Hey y'all, it's Amber, and today we're making banana bread. So this banana bread's pretty easy. It starts with a stick of butter, white sugar, brown sugar, flour, 3 bananas mashed. You want them to be really ripe so that they mash easily and they're pretty sweet. I'm adding Greek yogurt, that'll add some moisture, vanilla, an egg, and then on top I'm going to do a streusel, which I like the crunchiness of a streusel on top. So we're ready to get started. We start with our butter and sugar. I'm going to put in half a cup of sugar, half a cup of brown sugar, and then I'm going to mix those together. You want to make sure that your butter is room temperature so that it'll cream together pretty easily. I always like using a hand mixer because it brings back memories of like my mom baking, and then she always let us lick the beaters, raw eggs and all, and it didn't kill us. Alright, so that is pretty fluffy. I'm going to add in 1 egg, and I went ahead and beat it. And then over here, I'm going to add in my Greek yogurt. This is vanilla Greek yogurt because that's all I had. I didn't have plain, but normally I would put in plain yogurt. But I put in the vanilla and then just decreased my vanilla extract a little bit. So it's only a teaspoon of vanilla extract. I'm going to mix all that together. Before I put that in, I'm going to mix in our egg and then I'll sift in our flour. I don't always sift, but sometimes it really makes a big difference. So this is 1.5 cups of AP flour. Do just a little bit of salt. This is 1/4 teaspoon. And then a teaspoon of baking soda. And then I'm just going to sift that in. So this is why you sift right here. See what's left? Alright, so I'm going to mix that in. And it's going to be pretty thick because I don't have anything wet in there yet except for an egg. So, I'm going to go in with our wet, which is our bananas, vanilla, and yogurt, and then I'm just going to fold it in the rest of the way. There is such a thing as over mixing. Okay, so I have a loaf pan that I've sprayed, and I also have these mini loaf pans because sometimes I have a little batter left over and I don't want to waste it, but it's not enough to make a whole nother loaf. So, we'll see how much fits in here. If you have a bigger loaf pan, you can probably fit it all. Actually, I think it might go just fine. I'm going to spread it out evenly. And now, for the streusel. In this little bowl, I have a few tablespoons of AP flour, 1/3 cup of brown sugar, some cinnamon, and I'm going to put some cold butter in there. And to me, the easiest way to do this is just to use my fingers because you want it to be crumbly so that it's crumbly on top. So I'm just going to put the butter in and just start mashing it up with my fingers. And when it's cold like this, it's kind of difficult at first, but you eventually start melting that butter down. I feel like my mom does a lot of things with her hands. Maybe that's like, and I always remember seeing both of my grandmothers work with their hands, like biscuits and any kind of bread. Okay, so everything is mushed together and you just want to crumble it on top. my fingers. Do have clean hands. So, into a 350-degree oven. This will probably take 45 minutes, and then we'll taste. Our banana bread is done. It cooked for about an hour in my oven, so I would say anywhere from 45 to 60 minutes is probably going to be your cooking time, just depending on your oven. Okay, so our banana bread is done. I like to have the streusel part on top, so we flipped from a pan to a plate and plate to this board. And like the smell knocks your socks off because it smells so good. And the streusel is all pretty on top and melted into the bread. And I'm ready to try it. Tastes like banana. So good. Seal of approval.